Episode 11. Sons and Sacrifice. The fire fell. Isaac was born. But the fracture had only just begun. The joy didn't last. Ishmael mocked Isaac, and Sarah's heart turned hard. She went to Abraham and said, "Drive out this slave woman with her son, for the son of this slave woman shall not be heir with my son Isaac." Genesis chapter 21, verse 10. It broke Abraham. Ishmael was his son. But God spoke again. "Do not be distressed because of the boy. Whatever Sarah says to you, do as she tells you, for through Isaac shall your offspring be named." Genesis chapter 21, verse 12. So Abraham rose early. He gave Hagar bread and a skin of water, and sent her into the wilderness. The sun scorched, the water ran out, and Hagar fell to the ground, her child under a bush. She wept and turned her face away. "Let me not look on the death of the child." Genesis chapter 21, verse 16. But heaven heard, and God heard the voice of the boy. Genesis chapter 21, verse 17. A voice called from above, "Fear not, for God has heard the voice of the boy where he is. Lift him up. I will make him a great nation." Genesis chapter 21, verses 17, 18. She looked up and saw it, a well of water. The boy grew. God was with him. He lived in the wilderness and became a bowman. Meanwhile, a king returned. Abimelech came to Abraham with Phicol, his war chief. "God is with you in all that you do. Swear to me that you will deal kindly with me and my descendants." Genesis chapter 21, verses 22, 23. Abraham agreed, but then spoke, "Your men seized my well." Genesis chapter 21, verse 25. Abimelech said, "I did not know." So Abraham gave him sheep, oxen, and 7 lambs. "These 7 lambs will witness that I dug this well." Genesis chapter 21, verse 30. And they called the place Beersheba, the well of the oath. Then it came, the test, the impossible. After these things, God tested Abraham and said to him, "Abraham." And he said, "Here I am." Genesis chapter 22, verse 1. "Take your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah. Offer him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains I will show you." Genesis chapter 22, verse 2. Abraham rose early. He split the wood, saddled the donkey, took 2 servants, and Isaac. They walked 3 days. On the 3rd, he saw the mountain. He said to the young men, "Stay here with the donkey. I and the boy will go over there and worship, and we will come back to you." Genesis chapter 22, verse 5. Isaac carried the wood. Abraham carried the fire and the knife, and Isaac said, "My father, behold the fire and the wood. But where is the lamb for a burnt offering?" Genesis chapter 22, verse 7. And Abraham replied, "God will provide for himself the lamb." Genesis chapter 22, verse 8. They came to the place. Abraham built the altar, laid the wood, bound his son, laid him on the altar, raised the knife, and the voice thundered, "Abraham, Abraham." Genesis chapter 22, verse 11. "Do not lay your hand on the boy. Now I know that you fear God, seeing you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me." Genesis chapter 22, verse 12. Abraham looked, and there it was, a ram, caught by its horns in a thicket. He took it and offered it up instead of his son. And he named the place Ur-Yireh, "The Lord will provide." And the angel spoke again, "By myself I have sworn, declares the Lord, because you have not withheld your son. I will surely bless you. And through your offspring, all nations of the earth shall be blessed." Genesis chapter 22, verses 16, 18. Abraham returned to the young men. And they rose and went together to Beersheba. In the next episode, a mother dies, a tomb is carved, and a bride is found in a distant land. But the serpent still stalks the promises of God. If you can feel the whisper, like, follow. Share it with someone who needs to remember. The garden isn't gone, it's hidden, and the breath is still alive inside you.